Hey guys, today on People Now, Kim and Kanye Surrogate in labor with their baby boy. We'll tell you how Kourtney Kardashian even surprised Kris Jenner with the announcement.
And is Kim K's booty the inspiration behind Paris Hilton's new single?
I can't stop looking at my best friend's ass.
Amy Schumer gives an update on her newborn son.
And the most adorable royal baby gift yet from the world's most famous Pooh Bear.
Love that. Plus,
You're just relieved you said my name?
I am. Only took 8 tries. Star of The Village, Moran Atias, is here with a sneak peek at what's coming up on the show.
All today on People Now. It's Friday! Woo, woo, woo.
Should we apologize now or later for those dance
Not
moves?
at all.
I don't
Own
know.
it.
We're feeling it. It's Friday, guys.
It is. Happy Friday, you
Yeah.
guys. Feels so good.
Good to see you. Welcome to People Now. Almost the weekend. We're very pumped. It has been a long week, right?
A long, eventful, fun week.
It's been fun having you here.
Yes, thank you for having me here.
Andrea's been on vacation. She'll be back on Monday, but we've had a really good time. And
Yes.
guys, if this week, I don't know, gave you a lot of stress, we might have the perfect way to kind of kick those troubles to the curb. It's called Rage Yoga. I'd never heard about it till today.
Same. You guys, Rage Yoga is a thing. It's a new trend that includes cursing, beer, and heavy metal. We're going to tell you all
relaxing.
about it. Yeah, super relaxing. We're going to tell you all about it later on the show. But the unique exercise has us wondering, what's your favorite yoga trend? So we've got Rage Yoga, we've got Laughing Yoga, we've got Drunk Yoga, which you tried, by the way.
We did that here, yeah. We actually did a segment.
Was it fun?
It was really fun.
Yeah.
You're not actually drunk. You're having sips of wine throughout it. It's a very calming.
Very calming thing.
Maybe you fall over once or twice. It's okay.
Another calming thing, goat yoga. So vote right now in our People poll or just tweet us using the hashtag People Now. We want to know what your answer is.
Get on board with the goat yoga. You're basically doing yoga with a goat on your back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, we're going to talk about it. We'll check in on those responses in a little bit. But for now, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. We start out with this. Watch.
All right, explain where Kim is and why she's not here.
Kim was supposed to be here. Hey, you've got to chill. So
I'll give you another cake if you just listen to the.
No, but I need candy. I'll let you
okay, chill. My mom doesn't even know this, but Kim's surrogate went into labor.
No.
So
no.
she's at the hospital.
What are we doing sitting here? Come on, Ellen.
I know.
How adorable are those kids?
I know. All of them are super cute.
And what a Mother's Day gift. That, of course, is Kris Jenner on Ellen being surprised by the news that daughter Kim Kardashian Surrogate is in labor. Ellen brought out 6 of her grandchildren and her daughter Kourtney for that big reveal. It's hard for me to believe that. I mean, Kris seems to know everything.
She seems genuinely surprised in that clip, though. This marks Kim and Kanye's 4th child, who we now know will be a boy. And Kim and Kanye have been both quiet on social media in the last few days after hitting the red carpet, or the pink carpet, rather, at the Met Gala on Monday evening. But fans are super excited to be welcoming another child to the Kardashian West dynasty. First, we get a royal baby. Now this, dare we say it, guys, American royalty?
We're just going to say American royalty at least 8 times today. Their new baby boy, whose name we do not know yet, will be joining 5-year-old North, 3-year-old Saint, and 1-year-old Chicago. Quite a crew Kim and Kanye have assembled there. Always adorable seeing the family pictures. They post them on the gram. Right. Say what you want about the Kardashians and the West and all that, but they've got one adorable family.
They sure do. So in January, a source told People that the gestational carrier for the couple's 4th child is a different person than the one they connected with for their daughter, Chicago. While Kim's first 2 pregnancies resulted in healthy babies, she endured a life-threatening condition during childbirth. This condition is commonly referred to as retained placenta. So it occurs when part or all of the placenta remains connected to the uterine wall after childbirth. It could result in severe blood loss. So for safety's sake, Kim took the surrogacy route for her 3rd and was pleasantly surprised by how much she enjoyed the whole experience. You mean 9 months of someone else carrying your child? I can see how that'd be nice.
It really worked for them. I remember when all of that kind of went down, the news first broke, and we kind of pieced it apart a lot. They were able to really embrace that experience, really enjoy it. So late last month, Kim gathered with her friends for a CBD and meditation-inspired baby shower.
Nice.
2019, this is what the baby showers look like. Here you can see a little snap where Kim speaks to the group before a meditation session saying, "Because I'm freaking out and the baby is coming in 2 weeks or so, I thought, what better way to celebrate than to have a little CBD?" I guess that the party left with their own navy blue Yeezy slides. There were blue decorations. They even played a name game where guests suggested names for the baby boy. The CBD party.
It sounds fun because I'm sure you're stressed out, so it's nice to have a little zen, right?
Very chill. Yeah,
very
look,
chill.
Yoga mats are
there we go. Later on in the show, we'll be taking a deeper look at Kris Jenner's recent appearance on Ellen. You won't want to miss that, so make sure you stick around for that.
All right, now listen to this.
I can't stop looking at my best friend's ass.
Real quick taste there. Paris Hilton's brand new single We are simply going to call this my best friend's beep or bleep, maybe booty.
Maybe derriere.
Maybe derriere. Okay, maybe the junk in the trunk. I don't know.
Maybe rear end.
Maybe that.
Yeah,
okay,
maybe that.
Yeah.
We'll have a little fun with that. And it looks like she's getting some help from Kim Kardashian. On Thursday, Paris posted these 2 pics with Kim Kardashian and on Instagram, and she captioned them, quote, "I can't stop looking at my best friend's
booty boot."
Yes, and she tagged Kim. So is this song definitely about Kim, or is it just inspired by her? What do you think, JP?
I think it's inspired by her for sure.
I could see that,
She
but we all
posted the pictures, the whole that. Yeah, I mean.
But we all stare at each other like as girls. That's what we do.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, that's what happens.
Well, then at midnight on Friday, Paris dropped a song, which is a collaboration with DJs Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike. Now, last week, Paris teased a secret project with Kim in an Instagram video. Let's watch a little bit of that.
Yes. You guess what we're doing today? It's a surprise.
Just like the old days. All right, so the pair were later photographed walking side by side and matching silver dresses. At this time, no music video has been released, but it seems like Kim will be making an appearance in it.
I just want to see a video from the side angle of them making that selfie video.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I would love to
A
see.
full shot. I wonder if we're gonna get some twerking in that. I mean, the song is called My Best Friend's Derriere, so we never know. Yeah, Paris put out a self-titled studio album in 2006. It featured the hits Stars Are Blind. Do you guys remember that
we like
song?
that one.
That was a really good
Yeah.
song. So she's also worked as a DJ, and Kim released a single, Jam, also known as Turn It Up, in 2011. Do you think they'll collab
I
together?
mean, it seems like, look, whether a lot of people would roll their eyes. They probably sell so many singles
yeah.
off that. So
and
many
they're just
streams,
having
whatever.
fun. Why not, right?
Fans might remember that the two were inseparable in the mid-2000s before having a public falling out. They even insulted each other in the press, guys.
Ouch. But the two seemingly resolved things in 2018 with Paris attending Kim's annual family Christmas Eve bash. More recently, Kim Kardashian cozied up with her friend as she sent well wishes for Paris's birthday.
It's wild looking at those flashbacks, how different
Yeah,
they look.
I know.
Next week, Paris Hilton will be on People Now. She's talking about her new single and so much more. I'm very excited to have
I know.
her here.
We were talking about this.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back
So
just for that.
Be sure to tune in for that next week.
Absolutely.
All right, Amy Schumer getting well acquainted with those sleepless newborn nights. She shared this super cute selfie with her son, joking in the caption, "New kid, who dis?" Classic Amy.
Classic Amy. As you can see in that adorable pic, Gene Fisher is all cozy next to his mom. He's snuggled up in a baby blanket decorated with farm animals, and he's sleeping oh so peacefully.
At least somebody's getting some sleep in that house, but
Yeah.
judging by how she's staring straight into the camera, it seems like mom wide awake.
You know all
those
too well
sleepless
about
nights.
those days.
It's kind of crazy. We were talking about this.
Yeah.
As it moves on pretty quickly, you kind of forget about the pain of it.
Yeah, that's why women keep having children over and over again. They forget about that pain.
You only remember the good stuff. Anyway.
And that's how it's designed. The 37-year-old welcomed her first child with husband Kris Fisher on Sunday, May 5th. She announced the birth on Instagram with the caption, quote, 10:55 p.m. last night, our royal baby was born.
The caption, no doubt, poking fun at the timing of her son's birth, which of course came just a few hours before Meghan Markle and Prince Harry welcomed their first child, also a baby boy. If you hadn't heard, they had a baby.
Yes, it's raining baby boys. Well, maybe Amy can arrange a play date with Meghan. You never know. Lots of laughs there.
I do not think that's going
You don't see that happening? I'm
It'd be
putting it
cute.
out into the universe. It'd be super duper cute. That's kind of been a theme throughout her entire pregnancy. Amy even photoshopped her and her husband's face over a pic of Harry and Meghan for their pregnancy announcement, which came a few days after the royal baby pregnancy announcement.
So Amy also joked about how Meghan stole her thunder by being pregnant at the same time, of course. It hasn't been all fun and games, though, for Amy. She battled severe nausea throughout her pregnancy. She even had to be hospitalized because of dehydration and weight loss due to that persistent sickness. We remember that she ended up canceling some events,
Of course,
and it was
yeah.
a tough time for her.
You know, I love that these celebrities are being more and more open about this because a lot of women face this, so it's so great that they're talking about
Yeah.
it. That must have been really, really rough, but all is well now, and we just wish both mom and new baby, and of course dad, the very, very best.
All the best to them.
Yeah.
I love this. Winnie the Pooh sending his congratulations to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle on their royal baby. So Disney posted a video on Facebook Thursday showing an animated Winnie the Pooh trekking through a forest while holding a blue book with a royal crown on the front.
Look at how cute that is. So after making his way through hills and crossing a creek to get to Kensington Palace when he delivers the book to Harry and Meghan.
So the couple poses happily next to a crib with an inscription that says Archie. It's
Yes.
so cute, right?
It is so adorable. I love this watercoloring that we have going on here. So Disney captioned the video, quote, the beginning of a grand adventure. Congratulations from Disney to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and the royal family on the arrival of Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor.
Can we get an actual Winnie the Pooh episode maybe featuring the royals sometime.
That would
right?
be really cool. And quick trivia, you guys. Meghan Markle actually named Winnie the Pooh one of her favorite books on her now defunct blog, The Tig.
So it's a really personal connection.
It is
She
a
might
pretty
love this
personal
more
connection.
than anyone.
She might. Very sweet, yeah.
All right, guys, this week has been filled with exciting royals news. We got even more Thursday when Prince William, Kate Middleton, Prince Harry, and Meghan Markle announced their new project together.
That's right. The royal fam is launching a new initiative that's very, very close to their hearts. The Fab Four are getting behind Shout. It's an affiliate of Crisis Text Line in the UK. It offers free, confidential mental health support via text.
Yeah, Prince William released a video message with Shout to announce the cause and encourage people to apply to become crisis volunteers. Now, Shout was initially launched in the U.S. It's been helping people for 5 years.
Incredible work they're doing. The company's CEO, Nancy Lublin, tells people that bringing the initiative to the UK and including the royal family was a no-brainer. Nancy says, quote, they're really the first celebrities around the world to take on mental health. Very important stuff.
They've done it in a really big way.
Yeah.
In case you somehow missed it, we've got everything you need to know about baby Sussex right here. Take a look.
I mean, I have the two best guys in the world, so I'm really happy.
Just 2 days after giving birth, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry introduced Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor to the world. He was 7 pounds, 3 ounces, but his dad felt lighter than air.
We're just so thrilled to have our own little bundle of joy.
Harrison very literally means Harry's son. Lord Mountbatten was a mentor to Prince Charles. Windsor, of course, another surname for the royal family and also their home.
Archie came about a week later than expected.
They were just letting the baby take its time. Meghan's mother, Doria Ragland, flew in from LA just before Easter holidays. Sources tell people that Doria is super excited about her first grandchild.
She's not alone in her excitement.
I'm very pleased and glad to welcome my brother to the Sleep Deprivation Society that is parenting.
Normally, royal couples do a public showing outside a hospital, but Harry and Meghan have gone a new way.
They want to do things a bit more privately, and it's also sending a message that this is our time and we want to enjoy that, and we want to do it at our own pace.
Archie's birth is a milestone for the royal family.
He is the first American biracial royal, and this is the first time a lot of people all over the Commonwealth and the world are seeing themselves reflected in the royal family.
As thrilling as this has been, it is bittersweet that Harry's mother is not here to celebrate. Though, as Imogen Lloyd-Webber told People Now, it is poetic.
By looking at that video of Harry, we think back to Diana's funeral, that 12-year-old boy, traumatized. We've always wanted Harry to have his happy ending, and right there, he sort of did.
The most amazing experience I could ever possibly imagine.
So what's next?
Meghan gets about 3 to 5 months of maternity leave. There will be some possible royal outings sprinkled in.
But will their growing family get even bigger?
People has also learned exclusively that both Harry and Meghan definitely want more kids. We heard that she has absolutely spoken about having one more.
But for now, they're just basking in the glow of parenthood.
As every father and parent would ever say, your baby is absolutely amazing, but this little thing is absolutely to die for, so I'm just over the moon.
So not long after Archie met the media, he met with the Queen. The next day, Harry took a break from his paternity leave to launch the one-year countdown for those Invictus Games in the Netherlands.
But not to worry, Harry left Archie in good hands with Meghan, her mom, and People has also learned that a nanny has been on call since before Archie's arrival.
That's the way to do it.
Love that. All right, so stick around for even more royal news and our royal record recap, including who is in the running to be Archie's godparents. Ooh, interesting.
Long list of possibilities, too.
Yeah, that's
All right,
right.
on Friday, May 3rd, People exclusively confirmed that Johnny Galecki and girlfriend Alaina Meyer were expecting their first child. And on The Talk this week, he revealed he's secretly hoping for a daughter.
Galecki was also asked about his bright pink nails and whether the color was any indication of his upcoming child's gender. Here's what he said, quote, I get a little bored looking exactly the same way for 9.5 months every year playing Leonard, so we wrapped and I threw some blue in my hair. Then I got superstitious that I was manifesting a boy when I kind of prefer a girl.
Reading the signs here a bit. I don't know. Galecki later added, don't play this tape for my child years from now, especially if it ends up
being a boy.
right?
Yeah, I think it's really cute that he wants a little girl.
I do too. He said that he painted his nails pink to try to even out the energy. He did note that his baby's health, of course, was the most important thing to him.
It really is. Sarah Gilbert, who's been a friend of Galecki since their Roseanne days, also shared a funny story about how he revealed to her that his girlfriend was expecting at the Big Bang Theory finale wrap party. She says, quote, I'm sitting with Johnny and his girlfriend, and he's like, I gotta tell you, we're expecting a baby. When he said that, I burst into tears. So tears are coming down my face, and Stephanie sees me, and she walks up and says, quote, I know, isn't it so sad the show is ending? And I couldn't say anything, so I was like, oh, Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
right. Like, it's so sad it's ending. Meanwhile, nothing to do with that.
That's
at
a
all.
big secret to keep, but you can't say anything.
Yeah.
So the second to last episode ever of The Big Bang Theory aired on Thursday night.
Johnny Galecki and Christine Baranski gave us all the feels with emotional portrayals of Beverly and Leonard and their relationship as mother and son. Now, spoiler, even though they don't often get along and definitely don't have a warm and fuzzy mom and son relationship, Leonard accepts and forgives his mother for who she is. Really sweet, touching moments.
Yeah, nice little bow, nice little
wrap it
way
up.
to end the show. Yeah. Meanwhile, Raj made one of the biggest decisions of his life after his girlfriend Anu gets a job in London and plans on staying there. Raj just wants his Notting Hill moment. That's all he wants, right?
The Big Bang Theory's two-part series finale airs May 16th, 8 p.m. Eastern on CBS, so check that out.
Yeah.
All right, check out this news. Wendy Williams did not hold back when it came to her opinion about women who try to seduce married men amid reports that her own estranged husband, Kevin Hunter, allegedly cheated on her.
Oh, yeah. On Thursday's taping of The Wendy Williams Show, Williams discussed Ayesha Curry's frustrations over women who have tried to cross boundaries with her husband, Steph Curry. Here's what Wendy had to say, quote, "There are a lot of women with no respect for a marriage," she added. "A lot of women who know your man is married and will have the nerve to be right up under him, right under your nose."
Ooh. Later on, Williams said this, quote, "For you lonely girls who can't keep their hands off other people's men, there's a hot place in hell for you."
I mean, yeah, there is that place for those, but what about the women as well, right?
You mean, what about the
men? That's what I mean.
No, you're right.
Yes. Yeah.
No, and if anything, and you can break this apart, but if anything, the men who have, if they are married, have family, whatever, in some ways have a lot more to lose and have more responsibility as a result to kind of put the brakes on that.
Both parties are wrong.
She added that men in these situations do have more to lose than women, kind of flinging themselves at them. So
just like you said,
it's that sentiment, but yeah, it's interesting to hear her speaking so bluntly, right?
And I'm sure she's talking from very personal experience. We're inferring here. So, and according to an insider, Williams confronted Hunter about his alleged infidelity before the two split, and he apparently owned up to the extramarital affair that he was having. And a daytime talk show host filed for divorce on April 11th after 2 decades of marriage.
We'll keep tracking along with all of that. All right, coming up, we're looking ahead to what kind of parents Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will be, and the sweet way Harry is already honoring his son, Archie. Plus, we're decorating the perfect sweet treat with cookie artist Marisol Morley. These are amazing, guys. It's lots of gift-giving ideas for Mother's Day this weekend. Stick around for that.
I loved being pregnant. So pregnancy to me that's why I did it 6 times.
Yeah.
I mean, you either love it or you hate it. Kim hated it. She didn't have a good experience, and I loved it. I loved giving birth. I loved...
What do you love about giving birth?
Well, the epidural.
Oh, I see.
Once I had the epidural and just like surrendered to the whole experience, there's nothing like another human being is coming out of you. You're making a baby.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
Kris Jenner opening up to Ellen about pregnancy, childbirth, and so much more. All of this in celebration of Mother's Day and in the midst of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West surrogate giving birth to their 4th baby, who, breaking news, is officially here. Kim posted on Twitter just minutes ago, this new arrival makes Kris a grandmother for the 10th time.
Oh, that's so sweet. He's here and he's perfect. You know what? I think that's what every parent wants is a healthy new baby. And the fact that he's perfect seems like really good news.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no name yet though. So we will be keeping
Oh yeah,
you
I mean, that's the big thing. Even more so than the royal baby. I'm always like, man, what are the Kardashian West going to name?
I know. So make sure you keep checking back with us. We're going to have more breaking news about that. Okay, so just days ago, Kris hit the pink carpet at the Met Gala looking oh so glamorous. She's looking at that camera like, yeah, I'm a hot grandma. Take your picture. Me and my blonde wig. Let's go.
So after opening up to Ellen about motherhood, explaining the joy that she had for childbearing, Ellen surprised her by welcoming daughter Courtney and 6 of her grandchildren on stage. Courtney's son Rain, perhaps the most outspoken of the bunch. Take a look.
Is she a good grandmother? What's the best thing about her being a grandmother?
I don't know.
No. Mason?
I love when I go shopping with her.
Chicken!
Oh.
Good one.
She's a spoiler. Hey, Rainy, can you chill?
No, because I'm a zombie. No more. I'm done with this conversation.
Hashtag over it, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you might want to stay on his good side. Okay, so Ellen also spoke with Kris about her presence in delivery rooms. She was there for the birth of Kylie's daughter Stormi and Khloe's baby True. So as a Mother's Day present, Ellen gave Kris a set of hot pink bedazzled scrubs that read lovey across the back. That's what her grandchildren call her, so very, very sweet.
All right, well, new dad Prince Harry left baby Archie and Meghan Markle for a day trip to the Netherlands on Thursday. Here with more information on that outing and breaking down everything we know so far about baby Archie, our People's senior editor Michelle Tauber and our royal correspondent Imogen Lloyd-Webber. Hi, guys. Thanks for being here.
Happy Friday,
Happy
Jerry.
Friday. Let's jump into this. Had to be obviously something very special to pull Harry away for this trip. Michelle, tell us what was going on in the Netherlands.
Well, Harry visited the Netherlands to specifically go to The Hague because he is launching the next round of his Invictus Games,
Right.
which Harry founded to help wounded veterans and current service members. And one of the service members told us that this is really Harry's first baby, Invictus.
Wow, okay.
He's the only thing that could have torn Harry away from his newborn son and his wife is Invictus. And when we see him with the veterans, as he was yesterday, you see the love he has for them and the passion he feels for Invictus.
Yeah. That was really incredible. Something significant about his jacket as well, I believe.
Yes, so a new meme was born because Harry wore an Invictus jacket embroidered with Daddy.
I am Daddy.
I am Daddy.
How great is that?
Yes, it was great. He proudly wore it all day. I mean, you can just tell the guy's he's embracing this new role.
Yeah, and I mean, Imogen, we've covered the Invictus Games a lot. That is certainly something very close to Harry's heart. Let's move on to this, though. While he was there, Harry opened up about Princess Diana. He really has this new perspective now that he's a parent himself. Imogen, talk to us about what has changed in terms of his outlook.
Yeah, so during a bike ride around the park, Harry opened up to Dennis van der Stroon, who's a former soldier who hopes to compete for the Netherlands Invictus team. And Dennis said that Harry spoke to him about how becoming a father reminded him of his late mother. And actually, William talked to this about these milestone moments, which I'm sure you all remember, Michelle.
Yes.
Especially, with weddings and so forth. That's when they miss Diana the most.
It makes a lot of sense, and we've talked about that some here, about how anyone's perspective changes. As a parent, you start to appreciate what your parents went through a little more, and that's got to be really interesting for them, especially in terms of how to deal with the media, how to deal with public scrutiny, and all of those things with your child. That's a whole new ballgame.
Exactly, and one of the things that he said on that bike ride was, he said, I realized, a mother is security, and I realized that when I lost my mom, I lost that security, and a son needs that, and I thought that was really kind of heartbreaking because it's true. And so now seeing his vulnerable, newborn, baby brought into the world, I think he's reminded of what he's missing growing up.
And now what kind of role he's going to have along with Meghan.
And William has been ferociously protective of his children.
Yes.
We actually don't see them that much.
Yes.
And I'm certain that Meghan and Harry will be emulating that.
I'm sure. Okay, now he also revealed the inside scoop on his first couple days as a dad. Apparently, baby Archie likes to sleep, which is great news for them if that sticks around. Michelle, what else did he reveal?
So he keeps saying that baby Archie is very calm, very easygoing. As a veteran mom, I raise a bit of an eyebrow to that because we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah,
right?
we're real early in this.
We're really,
things change.
Exactly, and they tend to come out a little sedate, and then as they come online, things can get a little more exciting. So we'll see. But for now, he said, yeah, lots of sleeping, very calm, very, very sweet.
Okay, let's talk about the baby gifts. Some of the first gifts that we know of. There were some toys that have arrived. Let's take a look at some of these pictures. So a little plush cube, I believe, different things on each side for the little baby. There we go, a better picture of it. That's good to.
Looks like Harry's having fun with that.
He's having a good time.
Stealing
That's
that
really
toy.
sweet that he's getting all these gifts from the people as he visited the Netherlands there. A cute Invictus Games themed onesie, I believe we also have. If we keep scrolling through, there we go. How great to go with his I Am Daddy.
That is very cute.
Embroidery. That's super adorable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also have to talk more about this name. Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor Imogen. It seems like Harry's represented quite a bit with the name. I don't know about Meghan as much. Talk to us about the breakdown.
Maybe for baby number 2.
Okay.
Who knows? So it's interesting that they went for Archie, just Archie. It's actually a shortened version of Archibald, which is not
But
the
they didn't do Archibald.
They didn't
It's
do that.
Archie.
It's Archie. And Archibald means true and bold. It's not a real name, but some people are saying it could be a tribute to Diana. One of her ancestors was named Archibald Campbell, who's a 9th Earl of Argyll. Harrison means Harry's son. I know we all think of Harrison Ford, but there we are. Mountbatten Windsor. If you have watched The Crown, you know why that is. That is so.
Of course.
Mountbatten, of course, comes from Prince Philip, so nice tribute to him. Archie, of course, qualified to be the Earl of Dumbarton and also Lord Archie Mountbatten Windsor, and they've opted not to use the title.
Let's talk about that. No title, unlike the cousins, Prince George and then Louis and Charlotte.
Yes.
Is there a chance in the future there could be a title given?
Yeah, so the way it looks now is that they've declined a courtesy title. So the Queen, they could ask the Queen for a courtesy title and the baby could be Lord, but they've said no. Now, when Charles...
The Queen, that's on HRH. It all gets very confusing.
Right.
So to be an HRH, to be a prince or princess, they would have had to have gone to the Queen. The baby qualifies automatically to be Earl of Dumbarton through the Duke of Sussex.
So then there's been some speculation that maybe they want to avoid it so that their kid could have a more normal life, which I don't know if that's even possible if you're the son of Harry.
They've said no to the titles that he's allowed, that he's automatically qualifies for. They've said no, he's not going to be called that. But
there could be a moment.
There could be a moment, which is when Prince Charles becomes king, then he automatically could get the title of prince because he's a child of the son of the king.
Right.
But once again, like it's happened now, his parents could choose not to use that title and give him that normal life.
But again, is the normal life even possible?
Well, you know, it's something that Princess Anne did with her children, with Zara and Peter Philip. She declined the title for them, the courtesy titles. She was not entitled because she's not the son. She's a daughter. However, she declined any courtesy titles. And Zara has spoken about how grateful she is that that her mom did that because she was able, she says, to have a relatively normal life. So
Zara and Harry are very close.
They are.
Those cousins are incredibly close.
We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
You mentioned how William has been very protective, that Harry and Meghan will likely be very protective. But let's talk about them as parents in terms of parenting style, what we think they will be like. What's your idea, just based on what we know about them so far?
Yeah, well, you know, we have in Harry and Meghan this sort of Cali meets, you know, English hybrid of, I think, styles, their own respective childhoods.
Worldviews, everything else.
Exactly. And we know, worldview-wise, we know that both Meghan and Harry have a very global take on things. We think there's even a possibility that they could end up spending some time in Africa with Archie. That's something that the palace has not ruled out. It's sort of in the early stages.
And that, of course, is a place near and dear to their heart for many reasons.
Exactly. So really opening up the world to him. I think they're not interested in as much of a sort of hermetically sealed childhood as some royal kids have had in past decades. But as Imogen said, I think we're going to see a lot of, you know, really private intentions on their part and allowing Archie to have a childhood away from.
Let me just say that Sussex Royal Instagram account has given me hope for more insight into the day-to-day.
Yeah,
okay?
But it's all about making sure, I mean, Diana's all about making sure the monarchy was sort of approachable and accessible and keeping it real with her boys. And we'll see that with Harry. I mean, we know Harry loves kids. My favourite photo almost ever as Harry was that little girl stealing popcorn from him.
Oh, right, yeah,
Remember that? I love that
there
photo.
We go, there it is.
The whole thing was just amazing. And you can watch videos of it all day. It's hysterical.
Look at him, the reaction.
Look at it.
No, I think he's going to be a really fun dad. That's the vibe of the whole thing.
And I think also you joke about Instagram, that sort of the #1 person in the world who understands about photos more than anybody is actually the Queen. And the most powerful photo we have had from the monarchy, I would say almost in decades, is that photo of the Queen here with Doria and Prince Philip and Harry and the new royal baby. Now, that when you say a photo says 1,000 words, that photo, I think, gave everybody chills around the world because that wasn't possible 30 years ago, 50 years ago, and is so important to monarchy and the modernisation of the monarchy and it moving forward and it reflecting modern Britain. And it's that photo. It's so important.
It represents so much. Yeah, we've been covering that very closely. A historic week in the lives of the royals and covering the royals. The next step, of course, the christening. That's something that we follow along with. The godparents. Oh my goodness, we remember when this kind of came down with William and Kate, and there were a lot of godparents, a lot of options.
Yeah.
Who's on the list here for potential?
Well, it won't be George Clooney. He said, he said literally, you don't want me to be a godparent of anybody. So definitely won't be him.
That's a funny self-deprecating thing. He would be a great godfather, right?
But you know, these godparents are always a glimpse into the trusted inner circle of the new generation of royals. So I think, look at him, so handsome, isn't he? Sorry.
Yeah.
So it's always a fascinating glimpse. So you've got, say, Meghan's friends, Ben and Jessica Mulroney.
Right, Jessica was very close to. Jessica was very close, and was even rumored to possibly have been like her maid of honor and all these
of that
things.
going on.
Best friends. For a very, very long time.
Priyanka Chopra is another one, a possibility there.
Yeah, and if Priyanka did make it, does that mean that Nick Jonas would be godparent-in-law or by proxy? I mean, can we just get a photo with him in the group?
I'm sure you'll make it that way. And then there's Sarah Rafferty from Suits. They're still very close. We know that.
Right.
And then Marcus Anderson, who was very instrumental in their courtship.
Okay.
He's with Soho House. Misha Nunu, who's fashion designer, based here in New York.
These are people that are all in the very close
Close
proximity.
people.
Kind of, right?
Meghan has very beautiful friends. Serena Williams, that's another favourite. She was obviously very instrumental in that baby shower.
Well, how cool would it be if Serena Williams was a royal?
I've thrown Galecki in there because she's been around. She was there interviewing at the cottage.
She'd be a great godmother, yeah, for sure.
And then on Harry's side, Mark Dyer, who's a surrogate father figure. He's very important to them. And then the band Strumsey Brothers, who are very close to Harry. Some photos there.
So wow, a lot of
Tom
options.
Tom and
Do we
Skip.
think there could be a lot of them? Do we think there are going to be multiple?
They can. I think there's no cap on the number they're allowed to name.
It's been about 6 or 7, isn't it, with George, Louis, and Charlotte? So
it could be everyone you just mentioned.
I mean, basically.
And they could force George into it. George Clooney.
Right.
All right. Whirlwind week, guys. Thank you for helping us cover all of that, Michelle and Imogen. And guys, we'll do it again next week.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
I feel like what I'm doing now is I finally have this freedom to experience life in a certain way that I couldn't experience. And I'm just testing the waters.
This is blooming.
No, it's
Thank
blooming.
you.
It's blooming.
Oh my God, it's blooming.
I'm blooming. You can't cage a bird forever. They need to spread their wings.
Nikki Bella has been blooming since she ended her engagement with John Cena in 2018 in July. The two were dating for 6 years before their split. But the exes seem to be keeping things somewhat friendly, well, up until recently. 2 tweets recently surfaced online. It appears the exes are taking digs at each other. Ouch. But so let's get to the bottom of it, you guys. I want to know what's going on. I know you do as well. The speculation all stems from a cryptic tweet John posted on Monday that reads, quote, "Beware those who think you owe them happiness at the expense of your own well-being."
So is it shade? Oh, no.
I don't know, yeah.
Not much to think about there, but the next day, the Total Bella star seemed to indirectly respond to John's message. She tweeted this: "When you don't give him what he wants, he will delete you, silence you, manipulate you, do what he can to destroy you, but turn that hurt into strength." She wrote on Twitter on Tuesday, May 7th, "Take the high road and prevail. Happiness can't be bought. It is priceless. It's your true secret weapon."
Well,
was
that's
that a
good
return?
point. Was that a return or was just a life affirmation? But there's lots of fans weighing in on these tweets. One user wrote this: "When you say you moved on and you're happier and you still can't get over your ex and can't move on."
Ooh, so they're taking it as a direct thing. This user shuts down that Nikki is actually trying to take a dig at John and that she's simply just sending a positive message, kind of what you thought.
Yeah.
She writes, quote, "This isn't even cryptic. It's solid advice on moving on from a serious relationship." But obviously, if her most recent significant relationship is John, anything that references a relationship, people are going to think and kind of read into it. Right.
2 things can be true at the same time. Maybe it's just about moving
Just
on,
a
but it
positive
is
thing, and
also about the relationship. Other users go on to question if the two are really over each other. One said, "Just move on and be happy, period." Guys, easier said than done. You got to remember, they were together for 6 years.
Yeah.
It's tough to move on.
It is, but it seems both WWE veterans maybe have moved on. Back in March, Nikki hinted that she was dating her former Dancing with the Stars partner, Artem Shingvintsev, when she posted on Instagram a photo of her kissing him on the cheek.
Okay, but after
People got talking about that.
Yeah. But after that, Nikki said on her podcast about their relationship, quote, "We are not engaged. We're not married. We're not boyfriend and girlfriend." She also said, "We don't say I love you." Now, in April, she told people that they were, quote, "having fun," but that she was still fully not taken. That sounds like a single lady to me.
Seem to be going strong, though. They've been taking their romance to Disneyland. She's called him an amazing lover on her podcast, which is like, is she saying that just imagining John listening?
I wonder what John thinks when he listens, because you know he's still listening.
But she isn't the only one who's moved on. John has been spotted with a new girl, Shay Shariatzadeh.
Did
I get it?
You got it, Shariatzadeh,
The two were first linked in March after they were seen holding hands in Vancouver, and in April they were spotted again packing on major PDA outside of the San Diego airport.
Yeah.
Look, overall they've been really great. They've been very civil. When she was here, Nikki was here last, she said that she would still talk to John and give him a heads up, like, "Hey, I'm going to be going out with this guy," whatever you might hear about it, that kind of thing.
She's still texting him even though that they broke up about that kind of stuff.
As of the last time she was here,
a
couple months ago, that was the case.
Raise your hand if you've done this at home as well. You've totally texted, Instagrammed, tweeted about a significant other that you just broke up with.
It
it happens.
Because you're losing your best friend in many cases.
So and then double that with being famous. It happens to the best of us. Yeah.
All right, watch this. Guys, very excited to have Moran Atias here. Did I get it?
No.
What? Moran Atias. Wait, what?
Was that right?
I literally
Moran. It's not Moran like Moran. You know, it's Moran.
Moran.
Let's start
and
that
it's
over.
actually.
Guys are very excited. Moran Atias is here. Good to see you.
You're just relieved you said my name correctly.
I am. Only took 8 tries. By the way, to be clear,
Yes.
after all of that, we watched this video that she posted of another host saying her name exactly like I did. And she was
Yes.
like, you know what? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I did kind of roast you a bit there. And she had previously told another host
She
that,
sure
anyway,
did.
whatever.
Yes,
we love her
she
though. We
gave
had so much
JP
fun.
a full apology, so that was fun. All right, Moran Atias, I hope I got that right, plays Ava, an Iranian immigrant who faces the threat of deportation on NBC's The Village. On the show, she's also fighting to secure the future of her son, who was born in the United States.
So Moran admitted to us how she went into the auditions barely even knowing her lines. Watch this.
Usually I like to prepare a lot, whether I'm, have to add an accent or understand the circumstances of the character or the background and read as much as I can and interview people and on. And then my agent called me and said, we have a meeting for you literally in a few hours.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't even have somebody to rehearse with because it's like, hello, friends, do you want to help me?
Right, we just
No,
FaceTime,
like,
yeah.
and my friends are so not into my work, so.
Like you handle
Those
you.
are good friends to have,
And
though.
I used to try to do it with my mom, but she's the worst actress. I did not get it from her. Well, I don't want to say I'm a good actress, but I just like, compliment
terrific
myself.
actress.
Got a big network TV show. I think you've proven it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I literally begged my sister to come help me just to practice the lines, that memorization. And she came and helped me, and still I didn't know my lines for the next day.
So Moran also spoke about the message of the show and why it's important.
Yeah, and she told us she tends to think that we take the concept of freedom for granted.
The idea of freedom and how for granted we take it is just sort of a concept. We use words like, freedom or hope, and we don't really understand what they mean. And once that is taken away from you, you understand the value of all these mundane choices we make during the day. I mean, what coffee do you want to have? What newspaper are you going to read? Where are you going to go for dinner? Some people don't have that privilege. And, growing up in Israel, even though we are a free country, we're so many times we don't feel that way. So it was easier for me to understand that, although this is a complete different situation, and the idea of being separated from my son that has an identity, also the idea of an identity. I'm a nomad, I've lived in different countries, and I love every country I've lived in. And I don't feel connected just to one place.
You're a world citizen. You're a global citizen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have 17,000 passports.
Oh my God.
No, I don't.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
I was just projecting, projecting, and then that would arrive.
Well, no, that makes a lot of sense.
All right, the actress also recalled one of the hardest scenes that she had to shoot during the show and revealed why she actually broke down afterwards. Take a look.
I remember the first scene I shot, and basically I was very emotional and passionate about it, and I was convincing the attorney, Gabe, who was one of the neighbors of the building, to help me, to represent me, because I didn't have legal representation. And the director and writer kept coming to me and said, can you do it with a smile? And I was like, why would I smile?
It's an
Smile and
interesting choice,
like,
right.
yeah. I was like, no. And then I said to myself, surrender. There might be something in that. And I did it with a smile. And then right after, I started sobbing, because it takes so much to overcome your own fears and empower someone else to help you.
Such a phenomenal actress. Aside from working on The Village, Moran has also created an online community for women called Me First.
Yeah, I will be supporting as an ally.
That's so very
from the
good.
sidelines.
Yes, stay right there.
Yeah.
She also told us she felt the need to create the community so that females all around the world had a safe space.
I just wanted to create a community for women, but you're very welcome to join as a member.
Support as an ally.
No, I'll support as an ally from
as a member or a mentor.
Yeah.
And the idea was to have a safe environment for women to ask questions. If we are allowed to speak and talk freely about any subject matter that we're curious about, whether it's overcoming trauma or talking about having a child when you're 38, still single, who do I talk to? Where's my outlets? What are my options? And we are shy about asking those questions. And on our to-do list, we don't even put ourselves. So Me First was that's how the name came about.
Doing great stuff. You can catch Moran Atias on The Village. It airs Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC.
Yeah.
Get ready to rage with Rage Yoga. It's the newest trend in
stretching
fitness.
now. Yeah, Rage Yoga is basically how it sounds. So it includes more casual styles of yoga. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna curse, you're gonna get some beer, and you're gonna include in some heavy metal.
Yeah, the founder, Lindsay Estasi, describes it as, quote, alternative yoga for the modern badass, as she puts it.
Oh, I like that. Hear what else Lindsay has to say about this class that people are talking about.
There are some people who find it easier to get centered in the middle of louder music, stuff with sweet guitar riffs, or they find it easier to get centered after letting out some badass war cries, or letting go of that F-bomb that you've been holding on to all day. And those are the people that we've made Rage Yoga for.
I think I'm kind of into it now.
I don't know if
you
I
said
ever
beer? I think I'm into
Yeah,
beer.
right.
Yeah. So Lindsay went through a bad breakup and she needed something to let out her anger. So wait, maybe John Cena and Nikki Bella, they might need to try this. It's a way to find your inner peace, but you find it in a different way.
Yeah, I don't know. The first Rage Yoga class that took place in a bar, is Rage Yoga healthy? Well, that's a question.
That is the million-dollar question.
There are some studies that say cursing actually can allow for an emotional release. Here's what a psychotherapist named Courtney Glashow says. In the right setting, I believe that cursing can be therapeutic because it can allow us to let our anger out. We can use specific words to express ourselves, kind of like just when you yell.
When you yell out, but don't try saying this with Mother's Day around your mama, you might get slapped. So curse in appropriate environments when you're really stressed out without your mama being there. Okay, so what are people saying about this new yoga class? Let's check out some tweets. I want to know what you guys are saying. Someone said, you get into your yoga pose, you curse, you yell, and you drink whiskey or beer. Can we add this to our workout? I'm telling you, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, so the next one, don't mind our language, the reaction here, it kind of, okay.
See how her mouth is a little blurred there?
To me, I've a problem thinking, I love the idea in some ways, but for me, I want it to be like zen and relaxing.
You want to be relaxed. I find that yoga is a little too slow for me. So this idea is a little appealing because it's kind of fast paced, but then I get to have a nice buzz when I'm done.
It's almost like if you can have, at the beginning, maybe you do this.
Yes.
And then you have a section where you end it. I just need it to land soft.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I need to walk out like just.
Not angry. Yeah, here we go.
Let's check in on this, our yoga trends poll. We've been asking what your favorite yoga trends, yoga alternatives are. Let's check this out and see what you're loving.
People are saying, what's up? Goat yoga. And you said you weren't into it, Jeremiah Parsons. Jeremiah, yes, I renamed you. Yeah.
I'm not into it. I feel like it's a stretch.
Okay.
I feel like those little goat hooves would hurt.
But they're also probably really massaging too as they're crawling up your back.
We said this earlier. We did the drunk yoga here. Yeah. You're not really drunk. You're just sipping some wine. That is my jam. All right.
All right, guys. So we'll be back with another question of the day on Monday. And one of our favorite spring holidays is right around the corner. It is Mother's Day. Yes, but one thing that stumps me every single year is what do you get for your mom or your grandma that will really feel extra special?
Guys, turns out we've got you covered. Cookie artist and founder of Tiny Kitchen Treats, Marisol Morley, stopped by our kitchen with a next level cookie idea that the ladies in your life are going to love, and maybe the men too if they're around to maybe get some of the snacks.
It's even perfect to get the kids involved. JP, take notes, take a look.
This is our loose leaf cookie. All you need is white icing, the cookie, which is a rectangle. You don't even need a cookie cutter. You can use a knife. And then edible food markers that you can get online.
News to me.
And we're gonna take the pink marker and make our margin line.
Okay.
Wow, it's like back in...
Yeah.
Back in school.
It brings you
Let me
back.
get it straight.
Loose leaf is so nostalgic. People don't even write anymore.
I know. They don't even teach like cursive in school. What's happening?
There's something nostalgic about a piece of loose leaf cookie. So I think these work for kids and adults. It's a nice way. You can make a ton of them, freeze them, put them in little Tupperwares.
We're just doing the line.
Yeah. You don't even need me to guide you on this.
Look at
you
that.
know what a loose leaf looks like.
So you've got 2 kids now.
I do. 2.5 and 5 months.
And is the 2.5-year-old kind of like taking any interest in the kitchen? And getting in on this kind of stuff?
Banana bread yesterday.
Really?
Oh, that's so cute. She loves, she understands that you can make something delicious with your own 2 hands and then eat it.
Right.
I think any child you introduce that to is going to love to bake and be in the kitchen. And don't be afraid. I try to pre-measure the ingredients so that when she gets there, she's just kind of mixing and putting it all in. And then afterwards, she is so proud. She will talk about it for days.
All right, so next up, here we go.
we take all of these beautiful markers and we write whatever message we want. I'm gonna do mine to my mom in Spanish.
Oh, that's nice.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do mine to my mom in Debele.
Oh, good. I'll do mine to my mom in the old, in the Queen's English. She'll love it. She'll understand every word.
You were little and you would make a little like homemade card for your mom.
Yeah.
Same idea. And like I said, great for kids, but I've seen adults have so much fun with this.
I'm actually starting to color my heart in. I made a tiny heart.
Pretty proud of what I've done.
That's
here.
impressive. I'm gonna face my house straight.
Mom, I love you. Is that your face?
Is that your face?
I don't
know.
the
It's a
hair?
face.
That's
It's a
you.
face.
Oh, that's so cute. Mine says Mam Yaktanda, which means Mom, I love you.
Beautiful.
Te quiero, mami.
And then mine says, I heart you, because I just went like super, I was honing the school
No
board.
judgment here. No judgment here.
I feel
Super
very
cute.
judged. I
There
feel
is-
pretty judged. If you can
I
just
can
keep the
only wear white
close-ups
and
of the armpits to a minimum, thanks.
We're good to go? All right.
Ooh, snap.
Tastes like nothing.
Well, it's edible though, right?
It's edible.
Yeah.
It's just food coloring and water.
Okay,
Oh my
sorry,
God.
Mr. Marker.
JP Parsons, what?
Edible markers.
Edible markers. Did it taste good?
It was fine. It was almost like tasteless.
Oh.
No, that was actually delicious. That was one of the coolest little like food crafts that we've ever done here.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I know you're probably gonna do that with the girls this
Yeah.
weekend, but are you doing anything fun for Mother's Day?
Yeah, we got some secrets up our sleeves.
Ooh.
Happy Mother's Day to my wife and happy Mother's Day to my mom as well.
Absolutely. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. And coming up next week.
Guys, Vanessa Hudgens is stopping by. She's going to be rocking that Coachella glow. She's still got it. She's talking all about hitting up this year's festival, and she's dropping her health and fitness routine.
Plus, I know Jeremiah Parsons is excited about this. I just renamed him. Paris Hilton is here spilling the deets on her new steamy song and music video. That's going to be so good. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It is Friday, and for now, we leave you with one last thing from Aladdin himself, Mina Masood. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.
Bye, guys. Happy Mother's Day.
Hey, my name is Mina Masood, and this is One Last Thing. The last song I had stuck in my head, Who Are You by Anderson .Paak.
I never wanted to ever be over.
The last show I binge watched was Killing Eve. It's a good action series, man. My last big splurge was, I guess, my new car. I got an Audi, and it takes me places, so I'm very happy about that.